Welcome back to another daily Marvel Snap deck highlight here on YouTube. Shanna got an over-the-air update increasing her power from 2 to 4 a couple of weeks ago, and after the dust has settled with lots of people trying lots of different iterations, this Sera variation that we are highlighting today is the most successful Shanna deck by the metrics that's existed so far. Let's talk through what she adds of value to this archetype. The primary thing that Shanna adds to the Sera deck, in my opinion, that she enables you to play the card Storm while mitigating some of Storm's typical downside. So Storm is a really good location variance mitigation tool. You create a flooding, and then eventually it gets flooded and locks your opponent out from playing cards there. But the key thing about playing a card like Storm is typically you want some way to add extra power to the flooded location after the fact, just in case your opponent is able to overpower you in that location on turn 4 after you deploy Storm. Shanna does this really nicely. She adds a random 1-drop to each of the locations, which lets us get a little bit of extra stats into that flooded location, making up for an opponent beating us out there by narrow margins. The other big thing that this deck does that's really good for Shanna is this deck Shannas aren't terribly susceptible to opposing Killmongers. Part of this is the fact that we're playing Killmongers of our own, so we're setting ourselves up to not be playing Shanna early because we know we might want to be clearing the 1-drops out. And more importantly, because Sera decks are typically just playing a 4 power 5 energy thing on the 5th turn of the game, we often don't have priority going into the 6th turn, meaning if Shanna is part of our final set of plays in a game, our opponent's never going to have an opportunity to kill the 1-drops that she's creating. Shanna, with 4 base power herself, generating just under, on average, 2 points of power in each lane, means that we're getting to play out a 3 energy, 10 power thing to the board when Sera is in play, which is a really big swing. At any rate, I hope you enjoy the game highlights that I have for you today. I think they do an excellent job of showcasing not only the power of this Sera deck, but also Shanna and Storm inside of it nicely. If you enjoy what you see, make sure to snap that like button, and be sure you're subscribed to the channel to catch a new deck highlight every single day here on YouTube. As the most popular Snap streamer, do you think you often get sniped? I think every person that streams Marvel Snap gets sniped way less frequently than they complain about on their channel. But yeah, some amount of the time you're getting sniped. Just kind of how it be. Well, we thoroughly shoved them in a trash can. That was fun. Nice Wong. They might stay thinking they could win the ripe with the Tiger. I suppose in their defense, what's his name? Could put a hood there and get us. Oh, they thought they were tying the Nova and then winning the Breaker. So as long as Shanna doesn't hood us, we're good to go. Nailed it. Easy dub. That was a solid game. Count for Bishop. No, Bishop again counts the cards that you are actually playing. I think in the current meta, should negative incorporate Scroll or Rogue? Yeah, probably. I think we might be back in a Rogue is better than Valkyrie metagame. I had previously been playing what's it called? I had previously been playing Valk in the Shuri meta, but that's changed. I probably don't need Enchantress in this matchup, so I'm just going to play her out for tempo here. Okay, probabilistically, Shanna wins the center for us. They did discard a Swarm, so they're not going to have too much of a problem contesting Mojo World. This fills the left and the right here. I should always sequence Shanna last because Hitmonkey doesn't care about the order the cards are played, and I don't want Shanna to generate a 0 and 0 out something coming after her. We're gonna win left and center. Gonna stay for sure. Just a Modoc. They just found, and this is actually something that Shanna does that's nice for this deck. Our opponent just feels confident in the center. As long as Shanna doesn't have a top 10 anime betrayal here. Oh, we really kind of needed a 2-drop there, a 2-power thing there, huh? Oh, Squirrel Girl gets us there. Sick. Yeah, we'd have lost the breaker if the Squirrel Girl hadn't flipped. I was disappointed when I saw the Deadpool, but then the Squirrel flipped too. Yeah, good showing for Shanna with Storm. Yeah, we'll be checking out the new Hoyoverse game on stream either Monday or Tuesday next week. There's a sponsored segment for the Twitch bounty board. It's my current content plans. Mr. Negative. All right, one of these locations might be going away here. Are you familiar with the base program in Chicago? Never heard of it. The Hoyoverse games more free-to-play accessible, or are they harder to free-to-play? I mean, everybody that I've talked to that plays Genshin free-to-play seems to be relatively happy with it, but I don't free-to-play any games, so I'm not really a good person to ask for opinions on that. We spend dollar reduce here. They did just take priority, which is great for us. As I get to Enchantress here, among other things. I think I'd rather Shanna than Shang-Chi the left against Mr. Negative deck.
I am Iron Man.
Mr. Negative doesn't usually have individually large cards. They're mostly ongoing stuff.
I am Iron Man.
Enchantress, I choose you! The old Baxter building Nexus math.
Victory.
Those 1,400 Shang boosters is a type for a new variant. One, I like this Shang variant, and two, I have a bunch of other cards I need upgrades for that I don't have credits for yet. It's a solid beat. Do we think their Sentry deck likely has more Shang targets? Probably not, right? Just gonna jam this one proactively. Is Shanna +4 if you have Bishop in play? No. Mysterio is unique in that it plays out its copies. Cards like Shanna, Doctor Doom, Squirrel Girl, they add copies to other locations. It's different. We do this, and then next turn we go Killmonger into Shanna. I like that. Count on Shanna winning Sanctum for us. This toxic Sera deck or whatever you want to call it, I think is up there with Cerebro 3 for one of the worst decks people consistently play in Marvel Snap currently. It's very popular because I think Hazmat and Mary are like kind of pet cards that people like playing, but the metrics on Untap for it are consistently pretty bad. I think it's definitely worse than the traditional Sera shell. Hey, Whiskey Jack, thanks for the sub gifts. Happy Friday. I don't think I'm playing Zabu into Baxter Building. I think I want to leave the spaces open there for some more higher powered cards. I think I'm okay giving up my Zabu to take away their Invisible Woman. Do I want Killmonger here in the middle? I think so. Assume this is Dracula in the center for them. I personally just don't have a strong desire to branch out into other edited video content forms.
I am Iron Man.
European Dracula, eh? Oh, Bishop's a solid draw. So we get to go Bishop into Mysterio, into Hitmonkey, into Lizard over here. I think I'm expecting them to play for here and here, so I'm just gonna punt the right side. Quality Hitmonkey draw here. Alright, so we're 24 in the middle, so even with this Apocalypse here that they have, they're only going to 16. Quality numbers go Burr game for us there. That's all. Snap the like button if you'd be so kind, and check back tomorrow for another deck highlight.